Hi, I'm Kelsey, and welcome to a flow to move mindfully with creativity. Today's flow isn't your typical flow of just normal sun salutations. We're going to be moving from the front of the mat to the back of the mat, back to the front. So, with me saying moving mindfully, don't get it twisted because it is a little challenging, but it's not something that I don't think you can do. You can do it. Okay? You don't need any props today unless you just want your props, your normal props. But like I said, we'll be moving from the front of the back to the back of the mat. So if you use your blocks, you may want one at the front, one at the back. So with that being said, we will start on our backs. So go ahead and come down. And your back. Your legs can be out long, or you can bend your knees and walk your feet to the edges of your mat and just kind of knock your knees in a little bit towards each other. And just arriving on our mats today. I don't know about you, but it's like every time I come to my mat, it's just like I remember who I am. Seem to be able to slow it down a little more. So just taking a few breaths here to arrive. Notice where you are today. Notice where your body is today. Notice where your mind is today. How's your breath today? Can you take full inhales and complete exhales? Take 2 more breaths here. Exhaling out. Come into a bridge position. So your knees are bent and your feet are just a little bit away from your bum, but not too far out, but not really too close in. Your hands are down by your sides. We're coming up into a bridge, but just know it doesn't have to be your 100% bridge right now, or ever, really. So just do what feels comfortable. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to inhale up, and as we're coming up, our arms are going to come overhead. And at the top of your inhale, your arms should be above your head, and your exhale will come down. Your arms will come down, and your bum will come down. And at the bottom of your exhale is whenever you should be landing. Okay, so try to really match it up with your inhales and your exhales, and just kind of make it fluid, make it feel good, okay? So take a big deep inhale, hips come up, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down, hips come down. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I lied. One more time. Inhale. Staying here for your exhale. And an inhale. And an exhale. Really pushing down through those heels. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then just start to make circles with your knees on the ceiling. Or the sky if you're outside. If you're going one way, go the other. And then you can either grab underneath your legs and start to rock up, or you can just turn over onto your side and pull up. Coming into a tabletop position, shoulders underneath your wrists, knees underneath your hips. Going through 2 rounds of cat-cow traditionally. Remembering to inhale to pull your chest through, dropping your belly for cow. Exhale, round your spine for cat. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through to a neutral tabletop, okay? So traditionally whenever we do a cat-cow, right, our belly's dropped for cow and our head is pulled forward. But this time we're going to drop the head. And then whenever we round our back for cat, we're going to lift our head as much as you can. And then drop the belly, drop the head, round the spine, lift the head. It's really awkward and it's really hard for me to do while I'm talking because I have to concentrate on it so much. But what we're doing here is just shifting the pressure in the spinal cord. Kind of like flossing it a little bit, I guess you could say, but not necessarily. We're just shifting pressure. Do one more round. Curl your toes, lift your knees, shift your hips back and high for downward facing dog. Take a few moments here. Maybe you walk it out. Take your feet as wide as your mat. You do you. Try to get out here early today, but the sun is already blazing. Take one more breath. Inhale. At the bottom of your exhale, gaze forward and step between your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Just hang out here for a second. And whenever you're ready, slowly roll your way to stand like a yoga zombie, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head and neck come last, shoulders onto the back, Tadasana. Just pause here for a moment. And just notice. Notice the sensations in your body. What do you feel? What's going on today? Has anything changed from when you started until now? If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. Inhale, arms go up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Ooh, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your right foot back, soften the knee down. Rise up, low lunge. And your hands can be wherever you want here. So whatever's good for you today, if that's on the knee, on the hips, raised, at chest, whatever. Just find out what works for you, right? So we're moving mindfully with creativity. So if there is something that you would rather do than what I'm doing, go for it. You can be as creative as you want here, okay? So for here, I'm going to inhale to back off and exhale to sink deeper. If that works for you, cool. If not, you can just hold it. But if you're with me, you're going to take an inhale to back off. Exhale to sink a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. And then I'm holding it here.
One more breath. Exhale, plant the hands, curl the back toe under, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back, soften the knee down, rising up to your low lunge. Whatever you did on that first side. Again, I'm inhaling to back off, exhaling to sink a little forward. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling last time. Exhaling to sink a little forward, and then I'm pausing here. Last breath. Plant the hands, curl the back toe under. Step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands go up. Hands down through heart center. And Samasti Tahi, mountain pose. Again, pausing here to take notice. Do you feel any different sensations in your body now? Do you feel lighter? Maybe heavier? Take one more breath here. Exhale. Okay, bring your hands to your chest. You're gonna take your left foot and step it out wide. And then you're gonna take the back foot, your left foot, and angle it, okay? If you know what a skater is, that's basically what we're coming to, okay? We're gonna bend into that left knee, keeping strong here, kind of squat back, holding here. Your hands can be at your chest or over to the side, to this side, whatever's cool for you. I like hands at chest. Breathing here. One more breath. So listen carefully. You're going to pivot the left foot to face the back of the mat, coming up onto the ball of the back foot. And you may have to shift that foot over a little bit so you're standing on railroad tracks. Coming into crescent pose, arms come up. One more breath. Bring your hands to your chest and hinge forward. Okay, we're hinging forward. I want you to reach back, okay? With your hands, I keep saying okay, it's dumb. Reach back with your hands and make sure that your hips are squared off and level, okay? There it is again. I'm working on it. Okay, so while we're here, I'm talking too much, I know. Hands are here. You're going to take your right elbow and hook it lightly onto the left knee. Okay? Again, making sure that your hips are really level and we're only rotating from here, from our upper torso. Okay? Hooking. This time I want you to bring your head down, and then I want you to bring your torso back to the center and lightly hook again. Unhook, keeping your head down the whole time. Pelvis steady. Also, this back leg is really strong. Hook again. Pausing here this time. Head is going to move on its own this time. So you're going to look to the left and look down. Look to the left and look down. Hard, I know. Pause here. Listen carefully. You're going to unhook. Pivot your feet into warrior two legs. Come down. Side angle. Poop, I'm sweaty. One more breath here. You're going to reverse your warrior. Oh. This time, listen carefully because you're going to windmill your left hand down on the inside of your right foot. Coming up onto the ball of the back foot, right arm goes up for a revolved low lunge. Exhale, hand goes down. Right foot comes back to plank. You can lower into all the way to the belly or go through a chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog or cobra. Down and back, downward facing dog. Pausing here. One more breath. Side out the mouth. Gaze forward. Step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands will go up. Down through heart center. Samasthiti. Again, pausing to take notice here. What do you notice? Maybe it's the sweat dripping down your back like me. One more breath here. Open your eyes if you had them closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Right foot comes back for that skater. Pivoting the toes out. And remembering to keep your knees should be in line with your foot here. Bending into that knee, sitting the booty back. One more breath here. Pivoting around to the back of the mat, popping up onto that back ball of the foot, coming up, crescent pose. One more breath here. Hands to heart center, hinging forward, coming into those twists. So again, making sure that your hips are squared, hinging forward, rotating only from the torso. Making sure that your hips are down, that back leg is still strong and not sagging, head is down. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale to move back to the center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, move back through the center. Exhale to twist. You can do it. My leg is shaking too. Inhale to move back through the center. Exhale to twist. Hold it. Now move your head from down. Look up, maybe over your shoulder. Look back down. If you're not comfortable, just stay where you are. Look up, look back down. Come up, unhook, rotating back to the front of the mat, legs in warrior two stance, coming into side angle. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, planting the right hand down, inside of the foot, rising up for your revolved low lunge. Planting the hands, stepping left foot back to plank, coming down, going through your chaturanga, or belly up dog, cobra, whatever it is that you do. Downward facing dog. Woo! If you made it through that without having to stop, good for you. Congratulations. If you had to stop, just know that I did too. It's totally fine. One more breath here. Lower down onto your knees. And just have a seat for a second. And if on your knees is comfortable, cool. If it's not comfortable, sit on your bottom. And just stop here to notice. What's coming up? How do you feel? Take one more breath here. Go ahead and come onto your back. And keep your, let's start with our right leg. Bring it up into the air. So I want you to grab behind your leg right here, your knee or wherever you can reach. And here's what we're doing. We're going to bend the knee and flex the foot, straighten and point. Bend and flex your foot, straighten and point. So here we are nerve flossing our sciatic nerve. So flossing the nerve, it's kind of like that, like whenever you floss your teeth, how you're pulling the string or whatever it is that you use one way and then the other. That's basically what flossing the nerve is. You can also stretch the nerve, but if your nerve is already kind of achy or inflamed, sometimes that can kind of make it even more inflamed. So here we're just flossing. Do it one more round. Bend and flex, point and straighten, and then come down. Next leg. Bend and flex, point and straighten, bend and flex, point and straighten. Just keep going at your own pace. So nerve flossing is great because sometimes the tissues around your nerves can get a little sticky. So flossing that nerve for optimal mobility and health is sometimes great. One more round. Bring your legs down. Knees into chest, hug yourself. Drop your knees over to the left for your supine twist. Inhale back through to center, coming over to the right. Back through to center. And if there's anything else you need to take, any other postures that you want to take, go ahead. Otherwise, we're coming into Shavasana. Legs out long, maybe as wide as your mat, arms down by your sides. Or you can take any other Shavasana you want. If you have a bolster, you can prop it up underneath your knees, blanket up underneath your head. Do you? While we're laying here, just go ahead and see where you can notice. Can you notice the smells in the room? And the way the cold air hits whenever you inhale, and how it warms when you exhale. What sounds do you notice? Notice the air on your skin. The points of your body touching the floor. Notice if there's anywhere else that you're holding on to that you can just let go. whether that's your stomach, your jaw, or the space between your eyebrows. Let it all soften and relax. And take Shavasana. Go ahead and start to invite deeper breaths into the body. You can start making micro movements, starting with your fingers and your toes. Moving on to your wrists and your ankles. And as you're ready, you can stretch your arms long up and overhead, your legs out long for a nice full body stretch. Bending your knees and planting your feet, rolling over onto your favorite side for fetal pose. Pausing here. Thanking yourself for showing up on the mat, for doing something for yourself. Whenever you're ready, you can come up to a seated position with your eyes gently closed. Inhale, your arms out, up, and overhead to touch. Sailing your hands down through your heart center, sealing your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys for doing this class with me. I hope that you guys had some fun in moving and maybe it sparked some creativity in you. Don't know. If it did, let me know. See you guys next week. Thanks.